Hello, 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 it's time! Yes, I always get the shivers when I start making the cover because that's the cherry on the cake. I always think of that. So yeah, these are the measurements that I'm gonna use. Okay, so the cover is gonna be square one. So in inches it's 8.5 by 8.5. And in centimeters 21.5 by 21.5. Okay, so of course you need those two. And then for the spine I'm gonna do the 3 by 8.5 inch, and in centimeters it's 7.5 by 21.5 centimeters. Okay, so this is what we're gonna need. And yeah, let's see with what are we going to do this? I know what I'm going to use for the spine. I choose the brown soft linen, bookbinder linen that I still had in my stash. This is what I'm going to use for that. So because the papers are black, I was searching for perhaps the same color as this one, but that's a big no-no for me. That's impossible to do that. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm thinking I'm gonna do it just with black paper, because we used black papers on the pages too. So I think that will be good. So I'm gonna start with grabbing some black cardstock. The same one as I use my pages with. Now let's see, how many do I use that I can use them? I think 3. Yep, I'm gonna add 3 pages on each other, and then I'm gonna cut this 1 inch apart from here, and then I'll come back to you and we'll do this together, don't worry. Okay guys, I'm gonna attach these 3 pages that I first cut in the white size, otherwise it would not fit in my cutter. And you would see me doing more of these cover making, of course. And the reason why I do today paper is because I just want to show you it's not necessary that you need. Sometimes I do use contact paper, the sticky contact paper, but it's not necessary to use that. For me, I use that many years, and I just love that because it's easy. You don't have to put any glue extra on it or extra tape on it. So yeah, actually I love to use that because perhaps I'm lazy. I don't know, but you can use paper too. It's just a little more work because you're gonna need some more tape or more glue to give it a nice good attach to your chipboard. But contact paper is just a luxury to have, and I love to use that, but paper is also perfect to use. Okay, so now I added 3 pages on each other. Now let's see how this all comes. Oh, by the way, before I am gonna add this on, I already drew my hinge that I'm gonna use in just a sec after this. This is how it looks like, that stack the deck binding system with that extra flap on, so your page is gonna be nice and flat. So this is how it looks. So we're gonna make in just a sec this one first, and then this is the second one, and then this small one is the last one. So we're gonna put these 3 layers on each other, and that gives us that stack the deck binding system with that extra 1/2 inch space. Okay, so let's see. I think I'm gonna start in the middle with this one to glue on. So let's do that. I already have put some notes on here So I'm gonna write that down just real quick for me. 2.5 or 1.5 That's just for me. Okie dokie. Now, you can use your tape or you can just use glue. Totally up to you what you like to use. I'm just going to use my arc glitter glue. I don't have to put that many on. The less is better, but if you like to use tape, that's totally up to you guys. Totally up to you what you want to use. Okay, so I'm just going to search where the middle is, and then I'm just going to put this on. Yeah, I'm going to try to make this nice even. Eyeball it and pushing it down. Here we go. Now the next one. This one is not that nice cut. Yes, the next one I'm gonna put right here. Now the space in between the chipboard is important. It is. If you're gonna put these two tight to each other, then you have no space to put your paper in between, because we are gonna add papers in between, and that's the papers that we're gonna add on top of this inside the cover to then put all the chipboard away, of course. So we need space, guys. We need the space in between. It's a square one. Why do I? Alright, so we need the space. How much space? Well, I always eyeball it in 0.5 centimeter, 5 millimeter or something like that. 1/4 I think is also a nice size, but keep this wide, guys. Not too wide, but definitely better a little wider than too small. So yeah, this is a, well, let's say this is a 3/18 and this is definitely a 5 millimeter. So that's what I like to use. I want the space in between. Alright, now push it down, and in the meantime I can glue down the other one. There we go. Put your time. Take your time for this, guys. Just take your time. Alright, here we go. Again. Take a note of this. I always eyeball it, but it doesn't have to be on particularly a 1 millimeter difference, but we need the space. We do need the space. Okay, now I'm gonna flip this over and I am gonna burnish everything down first. Starting at the middle because I did that first. Otherwise the glue is dry before I even can burnish this down. Just take your time for it. Let the glue in that chipboard. It's like a massage. Come on, let me wrap your shoulders. Oh, funny. Okay, turn it back and that's it. Of course, that's not it. We still need things to do. Okay, now we are gonna cut the corners. And what I like to do, I don't need a ruler, but I just want to say that we are going to, and sometimes people ask me, I don't know how much I need to stay away from this corner right here. So if you like to have a guideline, then perhaps this is, I'm just going to test this out if this is something. Oh, that's a nice size to stay away. So if you are not comfortable with cutting this out of your hand, just take a ruler and make a little note. And now I am going to cut this down. So I'm going to start in the corner. I'm going to keep an eye on my mark. And then just cut this down. Okay, so I did make a mark. I'm going to show you closer. I make a mark here, let's say 2 millimeters. I like to stay away from the corners. So if you like this better, then cut this out of your head or eyeball it. Then you can use such a thing like that. Just go to your mark and then turn. Go to your mark and turn. Okay, that's it. That's it. Okay. Now, before I continuing with folding, I like to add, because now I don't have contact paper, I like to add tape all the way around sides. This way, so that I'm in frame with my arm. Here we go. Now to make this quicker to glue down, I also gonna add tape on the edges of this paper. Right here. Yep. So that I am in frame. Here we go. Yes. Alright, so let's start at the longest side. So what I like to do is, peel it off first. I think that's a good option. Peel it off. This one too. Now you can use your fingers to fold this to the chipboard. I like to use this tool, but you also, I think you also can use a ruler or something, but you also can use your hands. I just prefer using this. I don't know how this is called. But I think you also can use the roller to do such a thing. See, this is also doable. It's just easier than using your hands, in my opinion. In my opinion. See, a ruler does the work too. It does. Alright, so just be easy with your paper, don't stretch it, don't, well of course you need to stretch it, but take your time for this. Your paper needs to bend with the chipboard. Okay, I think we are done. Now I'm gonna add some glue against that chipboard, and then just in case also over the top, so it will stay nice. Okay, now I like to start in the middle, keep it for just a second so it can dry, and now I'm just gonna fold this all the way, and I'm just gonna push inside, guys. I'm gonna push this inside. I'm gonna wrap this around it. And then same thing here. I'm gonna push from out to in. A little force, of course, but yes. Alright, and then when that's done, you can use any tool you like. Make it nicely in that chipboard. Let the glue and the tape be one with the chipboard. Yes. And now the final touch, what I like to do is just use something flat, a bone folder or anything else, and just go around the sideways of your paper. Just gentle, but with a little force. So you get a nice crispy edge. See, you don't need any contact paper, guys. You can use paper. Here we go. See that nice crispy look? See that? Cool. Alright, now I'm gonna do exactly the same thing on this side. Peel off the tape. And work with it. Let your paper get used to that edge. And I'm just going to go each time a little further. I think I switch it out nicely. So now again I'm going to add some glue against the chipboard. Then on top. And some in the middle. Yes, again, start in the middle. Keep it for just a second. Okay, again, wrap this around. Let's go to the other side. Here we go. Yes. Grab your bone folder to squeeze the glue and the tape in the chipboard. Yep, and then again, go to the side. Just be gentle doing this because the glue is just a little wet, but that's just what I look for. Here we go. Yes, cool. All right, now it's time to go to the sideways. Okay, peel off your tape. And now that we have the two longest done, you would see the space that we have, the space that we have left with that ruler. You will see now that it overlaps this way, And now I'm just going to grab my bone folder and I'm going to fold from the outside till here. So this is going to be nicely tucked in. So I'm going to grab my bone folder and I'm just going around the corner. Just like that. So I squeeze it in. You see? Alright. I'm going to do the same thing on this corner. Just go around your corner. That's it. That's all you need. Now again, work your paper against the chipboard, then bend it more, and bend it even more. And then I go back and put some glue on the chipboard, then the outside. And then of course something in the middle. Okay, same thing here, and just start in the middle, hold it, and from the outside to the inside I squeeze it. Then grab your bone folder and make sure the glue goes everywhere. Okay, same thing on here. Be gentle doing this. Then you have a nice crispy edge. Here we go. Now if you see this is just a little. You can just use your scissor and just cut it off. So I don't see anything coming around it. Same thing here, just that little tiny, just put your scissor underneath it and cut it off. So it's a nice crispy corner. See? And this is the other side. Nice. Okay, last one. Go. Oh, first the corners, bend it. Yep. To the chipboard first, then to the middle. Just let it do the job. Chipboard, edges, middle. Here we go. Yeah, same thing here. If you see something out, just use your scissor to cut off just that little bump. Okay, yeah, then it's done, guys. So you can use your bone folder to squeeze this in. And look how nice flat this looks. It will not last, of course, but for now this is just perfect. This is exactly what I want to see, because your paper needs that grooves to put in. See, that paper goes in the opening. That's why we need space. We need the space. Okay, that's done. The basic is done. Okay, let's see what's next. What's next? Okay, so now the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna decorate the outside. So we'll leave the inside for now, because we're gonna first go to the outside. So everything what I want to add on top that will wrap around it, I can do that right now before I go to the inside. Sorry for my dog, it's barking, but alright, so grab your bookbinder's linen if you have some, and I'm just gonna, I don't know exactly how much is needed because we're just gonna overlay all this with paper anyway, but I think it's, at least it's needed 6.5 or something like that, 6.5 inch or 16 centimeters. That's perfectly fine, and this will be long enough to overlap this, so I think that's nice. Especially I'm going to use paper. I definitely like to secure all this. So why do I use bookbinder's linen? Well, I want to secure this area right here. I want to secure this one. I want to secure this one, the corners. This one I have no worries about. This will be good. But this one is very, very fragile, even with a large spine, opening. I just want to be secure that this album can last years and years and years. So that's why I did use bookbinder's linen. I always use bookbinder's linen, or vinyl, or whatever kind of stuff that will not tear. Some people just use papers, but I must confess I never do that, because it can tear your paper on the corners. And that's why waste so much time on an album and then you have the chance that you ruin the spine? Why? Just use stuff that will not tear. That's just my tip of the day. So I added tape on the back. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm just going to eyeball the middle. And I'm going to release it. And then I'm going to turn it. And now comes the fun part. I hope it's long enough. I think it is. I'm going to add a little glue right here, just to be sure, that it will be attached. Okay. Alright, same thing here. Make sure you are wrap this around, not too tight, but with some care. Okay. Again, start in the middle. Here it is. Gonna turn this around. Gonna do the other side. Here we go. Yes, okay, I'm gonna turn this over. Let me attach the glue nicely to the sides. Let me burnish this down. Oh, the sound of this. Ooh. Love it. Okay, now comes the part that, again, that's why we need that space, because again, this is gonna be in that fold line and still it folds flat. So that's why we need to have that space. It needs to have that space, so still everything is nice inside. See that right here? It's in that opening. Yes, cool. Oh my gosh, love it. Look how professional this looks. See? Love it. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, now let's see what I want to use for the front and for the back. Now I definitely want to know, before I forgot, I definitely want to use this ribbon. Love this ribbon. I have no idea if I can wrap this around it. It would be nice. Oh, perhaps we can. I'm just gonna wait just a minute. Perhaps we can use that. Wait, where are my pages? So I can see this inside. So this is how it should be when it's closed, and of course it's gonna be a little fatter. So yep, like this. Can I then still close this? I think I can. Oh wow, love it. Just a quick simple bow. But I do love as a present. What do you think? Yes, I like it, and I do like that this goes all the way around, so it's decorative also. So yes, this is definitely something that I'm gonna do first. So you will see that. So yeah, okay, let's see. What else do we have? We also have this one, which we also can use. Of course, it would be nice if I add this. Well, perhaps only in the middle. Wait just a second. Okay, let's test things out. Alright, so this is the middle. Yes, middle. Open this up. Now let's say I have no clue how much this is. From here, 3. 1.5, well, 3 and 3 is 6. Okay, let's say 3 and 3 is 6. Let's say that this is what I need. What if I add this on here so it comes under as a nice extra touch? What do you say? I do love that, but I am gonna make that a little easier. I'm not gonna add it right here. I'm just gonna add it right here. Why not? Alright, so I'm gonna see what the middle is of my page. What's the middle? Where can I add that ribbon? So that's about here. Let's check it out. That's a little more for, yep, okay. So this is the middle. Yes. So the ribbon comes right here. So I want to add this just a little below. Okay, I'm gonna add my glue on, hot glue on. This is not needed all the way. Of course, I'm just gonna add this perhaps on top too. I don't know just yet. Just gonna check it out, check it out, check it out. Okay, first thing I'm gonna do, see where the middle is. I'm gonna make a mark here and a mark there, so I know where I'm gonna add this ribbon. we're gonna make a nice present. Okay, while my hot glue is on, what shall we do on the cover? What shall we do? I do have a lot of embellishments. I have really a big wet flower, so I don't think that this is easy. So perhaps that this is in the corner. That's, I think, a good idea. So everything here is plain, so I can do a lot on it. Okay, so yeah, that's cool. Perhaps I do like a brown edge around it. So let me see. I'm first gonna cut my paper in the size in brown. So let's check that out. What size is that? I need to check it out. Okay, so I need a square one, of course. This is 21. Wait just a sec. Can't make a square one because my papers. Okay, now I have that black edge. Let's check it out. Check it out. Which size is this? 21.2. Yep, bada bum bum bum. Okay, I can't make my brown paper in the same size because my brown is smaller. I'll see how I can deal with that. That's strange. Let me check. Yeah, because this one is smaller, of course. Yes, because we did a 21.5. Yeah. So I can't make an edge. But. No. Problems are to be solved. So I am gonna cut just my papers then in design paper with no brown image. Okay, so yeah. I definitely want to cut this in a square, and I don't want to cut my image right here. So I'm gonna try to see exactly what it's needed. Oh my goodness, I'm struggling. I am. Alright, so this is an 838. So that means that I need to have this also at an 838. Okay. Yeah. Now I'm gonna try to cut this and save my Christmas. And it still can happening. See, with the cutter, you just stop cutting in that area, and then you just cut the other way. Why? Even with a rotary cutter, you can do this. You can do it. See, now I saved my image. Yeah. Alright. Oh, by the way. Oh, I am that dumb because I don't want this as a square one, otherwise you don't see this. Dummy. Of course we need to cut this shorter, because I do like to see this at least 1 inch. So yeah, so I did cut this at 838, but perhaps it was even better to cut this at 738. Dumb, 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 dummy. I am. I definitely want this to be seen better. And perhaps then I could have cut my brown. Also, am I that dumb? Yes, I am. I am. Yes. See, measuring is not my thing. Just make a mark and cut. Yes, cool. And now if and of course then I need to cut this down just a little smaller. If you like to do this I just love having that little brown edge. I'm in love with that. You know me, I love to layer down some papers. Okay guys, sorry, I'm so sorry. Now I have just a little edge right here. Let's see guys, let's see. Why did I cut down my brown? I need to cut down this one. Yeah, I am. Oh my goodness. This is terrible. It is. How difficult can it be for me to make a nice brown edge? How difficult? Oh. I don't know if this fits. Oh yeah, cool. Okay, yes, that fits. And then I want this on top, so I have the brown coming back. Was it that important? Well, for me it was. For me it was. Yes, it was important. Okay. Yep. Okay, so this is done, and I'm gonna smudge the edges real bad. Shall we do that first? Why not? So grab your smudgy background. This is so ugly. It is ugly, but we need it. Okay, I'm gonna smudge those edges because I do love a vintage look. You know me, I like it. Mostly if I do a cover that can't take a whole day of my time. But hey, like I said, it is the cherry on the cake. Your cover is the eye catcher right away instead of the pages. So take your time for it. Oh, by the way, I just got a message that the Tim Holtz pre-order is gonna be ready in November. Oh my goodness, that's long. That is pretty long. But okay, I was not aware of that it will take that long, but well, like my dad always say, desire is better than to have it all. So I hope it will be good. That'll be. Yes, I'm gonna add this on top. I hope I do not forget anything else. Here we go. Yes, I like it. It definitely gives it a nice extra vintage touch. Yes, okay, now not glue it down just yet, not glue this down just yet, because we are gonna work first on that ribbon. Okay, now I'm just gonna see a dry, testing it out dry before I do this. So what if, wait, I do have a piece of tape that is not that very sticky. So I'm just gonna test it out. So that's where I wanna test it out how it looks. But this one, this I can easily peel it off if I'm not happy with it. I always try things out first. You want to know if it's good or not. Alright, so that's, I need to, that's the line. So, and then this other one can go on top. Yeah, and then this should be in the middle, just like this. So this is just a dry test, but what do you think? Oh my goodness. Oh, yep, definitely, definitely. Oh, this is the little piece that I had. Yep, definitely, this is nice. Nice, 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 nice. Nice. Yep, that is exactly what I'm gonna do, but then first with hot glue. Okay, so I'm just gonna, this is actually nice, a nice, how many times did I say that word? Oh my goodness. So sorry guys. Here we go. I think I need a new, oh, not just yet, but yes, and then that other part. Oh my goodness. Hate it. Okay, so here we go. Push this nice in that glue. Make it as flat as possible, especially here when the paper is on. Here we go. Cool. Yes, da-ba-da-da-bum, boom. Here we go, here we go. Oh my goodness. Yes, okay. Now again, I'm just gonna look where the middle is. This is my middle. And I like to add a little bit more done thin layer, just a thin layer of hot glue, then start in the middle, there we are. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be so cool. And we still have a little spot where we can add a bow. That's perfect. Yes guys, yes. And then we can add this on top. Oh, I really love this one. This is so cool. This is awesome. Yeah, okay, so I am gonna use tape all around the world. All around the world. Alright, let's use some tape. All the way around the world. Okie dokie. Oh, every time when I use this tool, I do get questions about it. I even got questions yesterday about it. Perhaps, is it an idea? Perhaps I do have that in mind, guys. Perhaps it's an idea that I make a little tiny start video where I show some of my tools that because the art glitter glue I always get questions about. My action glue I always get questions about. But definitely that tool where I tear my tape. And I did not buy it because my mom had it bought. Well, sometimes my mom buys on flea markets second-hand boxes on people. Yeah, some people are dying and then they have a lot of crafting supplies and then the family do not know what to do with it, and then sometimes it comes on flea markets. Yes, that's happening with our stuff when we are gonna die. Okay, so yeah, that's an option, of course. So sometimes, yeah, she gets big boxes with stuff and then she just sorted it all out. And when she finds something that she can't use it, she always asks me to look into it and see if I can use something. And when I saw that, I really thought right away, like, oh yes, in the beginning I did use just there's also a stamping tool, an acrylic block. I still have it somewhere here, a little one. But when I saw this, I thought, oh yeah, that's really handy because of my long nails. It's not easy to grab something that's flat, but with the handle, love it. And it came across with several sizes, and you easily can take this off and put it on another one. So it's actually a stamping tool, and it's from Crea Motion. I'm going to show you in the close look. Yep, I have no idea where they have it, if it's still available. I have no clue, but it's a stamping tool. But I use it for my tape to tear off. Yes, but perhaps it's a good idea to make a nice introduction video, so I can show you every single time, for those who want to know. Alright, how does this look? Oh my goodness, I am in love, 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 I am. Okay, so for the back, what shall we do on the back? We can do a, I think I'm gonna wait for the back. I am gonna cut my piece of paper that is exactly the same size as this one. And then when I know what I want to do on the back, because sometimes I do love to make a patchwork background with all the leftover pieces, so perhaps that's a good idea too. So I don't know just yet, but I'm just gonna cut my brown already. The same size as this one. Yep. I'm gonna write down cover. Otherwise I will cut it perhaps. I'm gonna leave it right there, so I know. Yes, and then I continuing, I think first with the hinge, and yeah, to put the pages inside. Okay, is that a deal or what? Alright, I will see you in just a second. Bye bye. Okay guys, so this is ready for now. I always do the decorations when everything is inside ready. So yep, I am gonna open this up. I'm gonna move my pages. And now let's see what we are going to do first. I do like adding black papers inside, and we're gonna make a stacked deck. So I am gonna cut my papers. Well, if I make it this way, let's see how large are my pages. Yep, the hinge is the same size as this one, so that's convenient. So I can glue 2 pages on each other. So this is nice in the middle. Okay, attach this. Here we go. Okay, now I like that this is nice in the middle, so I am gonna cut first on this side one off. There you go. And then on this other side, of course. Checking it out. Where? Okay. And then I'm gonna attach this, of course. Place some tape all the way around. I think it's not necessary, but well, sometimes I do like to use both of the materials of glue and tape. Okay, now before I peel this off, I will not forget to add some tape in the middle. And in the middle, I mean on here. That is definitely needed. So your paper is good to go in this opening. Here we go. Okay, that's that. Now I'm gonna peel all off, and then we're gonna attach it to here. Then I'll come back in just a second. Okay, and when that's on, and when you push it all nicely, then we can grab our bone folder and search for that spine opening. Make sure your tape is nicely attached. Don't push too hard. You just want your paper to go also in that opening. See? Now you can't go any further, but that's totally fine because everything is inside. Okay, let's go to here. Same thing. That's why I put some tape on the bottom. Go. See, now this one you can push this good down. Perhaps you're going to use some clamps and let it dry. But if you push real good, so the glue and the tape will attach good, then you're perfectly fine to go. The glue needs to dry. But put a clamp on here if you are not comfortable with, if your glue needs more time. But see how nice that is, and everything still fits inside. That's why we need that 1/4 opening. Can't say that enough. All right. Okay, so now we go to the hinge, and let's see how we can do that. Of course, easy peasy, but okay, for those who know me, I am gonna make a stack the deck hidden hinge. Clean up a little, otherwise this does not fit. Alright, so I have my scoreboard and grab a piece of paper. And this is, I believe, the same size we need. Yep, that's cool. So, what we are going to do first. I always like to attach a bigger piece than a 1/2 inch. So I like that the piece where I am, the piece of paper that I'm gonna add my pages over is going to be 1 inch. I like that better, so it's sturdier. So I'm gonna score at 1 inch. 1 inch, and then we need that 1/2 inch space, so your pages are more flat. And I know these pages are not that thick, but still I like to do that. I always like to do that. So I'm gonna make a 1/2 inch. So I score at 1.5. So 1 inch and 1.5. Then we need the first space, and that is 2.5 inches. And 2.5 and 1.5 is 4. I think it is. So that's 1, 2, 2.5. Yep, that's at 4. That's our next fold line. And then the next one is going to be also that 1/2 inch. So we score at 4.5. And then we can cut this down at 5.5 inch. But I'm just going to turn this over and then we have it. So this is the space you need at 2.5 inch. Okay, now let's make the next one. The next one we start also at 1/2 inch and then 1/2, so 1.5 inch. And then we need the space at 1.5. Okay, so that means that I need to score at 3. And then again 1/2 inch. And then I'm just going to turn this around, and again I'm going to cut this at 1. Yes, we're going to fold this in just a sec. But this is what you get. Okay, cool. Then I'm gonna grab another one to make the last one. So again we start at 1, then 1.5, and now we need 1/2 inch away. So we score at 2. Then we need another 1/2 inch, so we score at 2.5, and then we cut it at 1 again. And that's it. Alright, now before I'm going to fold this down, perhaps you like to have your measurements on a piece of paper. So I'm going to make that little note for you guys, and then I'll come back to you when we fold everything together. Okay, I made my little list, so these are the measurements. If you want to write these down, please pause me and write this down. Alright, so the biggest one you need to cut down at 5.5 by 6 1/4 or 14 by 16 centimeters. Then score at 1, 1.5, 4 and 4.5. Then the middle part we need to cut that next piece of paper 4.5 by 6 1/4 or 11.5 by 16 centimeters. Then score at 1, 1.5, 3 and 3.5. And then the smallest piece we cut this at 3.5 by 6 1/4. That's 9 by 16 centimeters. And then we score again 1, 1.5, 2 and 2.5 inch. Alright, so that's that. Need to save that. Alright, so now we're continuing and let's fold it all. Let's see how far we can go. So we fold all pieces. Okay, I like to fold this way, so that is the biggest piece. Now the next one. Go. This one comes on here. Yep. And then the last one is this way. Go. And then this way. So yeah, okay. So this is, it looks odd, I know, but this is all need it. So all my pages now are pointing this direction, and now we're just gonna glue all of these together. So take the first one, see if you can flat this out like this, so it's better to eyeball where this is gonna be. Cool. Alright, that's nice. So add some glue or tape on it. I'm just gonna use glue because this is very sturdy glue. Arc glitter glue is so strong, fast drying, love it. But don't put too little on. Okay. Definitely not put too little on, especially here on the edges. Yes, okay, now I'm just gonna eyeball this at the bottom where the middle is, and then I go up, and then that's that. Then I'm gonna open this up, and then just make sure that your glue is inside. On the edges. There it is. That's that. Alright. That's one. Alright, so now grab the last one. Now this one is a little trickier to add on. So, but I am gonna search for the middle. Perhaps I need a guideline for this one. Perhaps I do need a guideline. So I'm going to use a scoreboard to see where that middle is, and that's right here. That's the guideline that I'm going to use. Okay, cool. Add some glue on. All the way. Don't miss a spot on the edges. Here we go. Okay, I'm just going to use my guideline. See if I'm straight, and then I just can go down like that. Open it up, burnish it down, fold it back. Let's go to this. Okay guys, this can't go anywhere. So this is our stack the deck hinges. So cool. Now if you want, you can add, and that's totally up to you. You can put something nice on these 1/2 inch pieces right here, if you like. And it's easier to do that right now than after it's in the album. So I'm gonna see if I like something, and normally I would like to do that. So I'm gonna search for a piece of paper that we can use. And we do, oh my goodness, still have this one, guys. Do I want to cut this for just this? Ooh. Okay, that's heartbreaking. I still have this red one, but we used that quite a lot already. We have the green. And we have the, oh, Santa Claus we do have. And we have this one. Actually, I do like these two for doing that. Yeah, the leftovers are not that much, and I definitely like to add this on. So yeah, I am gonna use the green for the outs, for the page little hinges, or I am gonna use only the dark green in the middle. I know we used quite a lot that green, but it's just perfect. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that. I'll be back in just a sec when I have all on. Alright? Okay guys, and then it's ready. So I used this combination each page till the end. So now you will see much clearer what I want to achieve with this one. Blah 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 blah. Okay, sometimes I am goofy doofy. Okay, now I am gonna add some tape on all these hinges, and I'm gonna stay away. You'll see now way better how much I stay away from that fold line. This is the fold line. See? Don't come too close to that edge. Same thing on the other side. Here we go. So I'm gonna do with all of that, and when I'm done, I am gonna cut, and then I'm gonna start at that fold line, just a small triangle. That will makes it easier to put your page over this 1-inch hinge. So yeah, that's how they are going to look like in just a sec. Okay, that's that, and now we're gonna attach it to the album. Super excited. Okay, so if you push this to the middle, you'll see that this fits perfectly at a 1/4 and a 1/4 right here from this fold line. Alright, so I made a little mark right here on 1/4, and yeah, it's a 1/4 there too, but I only need one little line, and then I'm just gonna match this up, gonna lay this flat, and then I'm gonna push it down and see if everything's straight. So yes, that's what we're gonna do. Again, add some glue on, or tape and glue, what you prefer using, of course. Don't be too, how you call that? I'm searching for that word in English. Well, you get the drill. Not using too less glue, especially on the edges. You can smooch this out so everything is nicely attached. Here we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna use my little mark that I did right here at the bottom. And then I'm gonna lay this flat so I can see if I'm in the middle, if I'm all the way. I'm sorry if my head is in the way or anything. I hope I'm straight. I think I am, because this is straight and this one is straight. So I think I am good. Just checking it this side. I am pretty much convenient that it's straight. Now fingers crossed for that, if I am. So we burnish it all down so the glue can be nicely on your paper. Don't forget the edges. That's the most important thing. Don't forget the edges. Yeah. Especially here. Burnish it down, girls. Take your time for this. If you have a glue that needs a little bit longer to dry, then just put some wash clamps in here in between and let it dry real good before you do anything else. Okay. Yes. Alright, I'm gonna watch if any glue is coming out. See if it's nice straight. Okay. That's that. That's our hinges. Cool. Yep, love it. Yes, now it's time. It's time to do the pages inside. Super excited. I always start at the last page. I don't know why, but I always start at the last page. So that's what I'm gonna do too. So this is my last page. I think the order is still the same. Now first, give it a go to put this in that opening. See? And now we can go, and I will love to leave this 1 to 2 millimeters away from that fold line, guys. That's why I don't put that tape against this fold line. So yeah, that's cool. So I'm gonna take off my tape. And I'm gonna add some extra glue, just in case. Perhaps it's needed, perhaps it isn't. You never know. And then again, push this over till the right spot. See if it's straight with your back cover, and when you are good you can push this and then you flip it over, and then you go with something sharp or something thin to peel off that other tape. Okay. This takes a little time because I have to find that other piece. Come on, girl. Okay, the next one I need to fold that down earlier. Hello. Yep, here it is. Alright, so again, I'm just gonna try to add a bit glue on here and then push it down. Yeah. So cool. Alright, so for the next one, I think it's a good idea to put this in this direction so I can peel it off better. Now you will think, why not peel it off right away? And I can assure you that it's easier to do first one side. So if you do take off both sides of the tape, then it definitely will get a little trickier to add this on your page. And that's just what we don't want. So if the back is still on, it's easier to put this over it. Just like that. I'm going to stay 2 millimeters away from that edge. Then I'm going to see if this is straight with this one. And if I am satisfied, I'm going to push this down. And then I'm going to flip this over. Yes, see, that trick works. That was easier to put these off. Yes, yes, yes. Cool. Now, yeah, the other ones are just exactly the same to do. So I'll be back. Gosh, I love it. This is what I mean with the flippable page. I love it. Makes more fun. Yes. Okay. So be back when they all are in. So I'm going to do one more together. Just one more. So we have 3 different pages inside. Okay, so I'm just going to put this. Put some on. Two millimeters away. Make this flat and fittable. And push this down. And peel off the tape. There we go. And push it down. Okay guys, now I'm gonna leave you for just a second because we're gonna do the other 3 without you. Okay, cool. Yeah, super excited. Oh, I don't know why each time that's wow, that's the wow factor when you add your pages inside. So cool.